Hello everyone, welcome to NextGen AI Academy. In this video, we are going to learn about missing data. While working in real-time project, this is the most common problem in the dataset. Due to this, even the accuracy of the AL model will be affected. How? Let's consider a scenario. We are asking some 1,000 customers to fill the online survey form. You know very well, some customers will enter all the real details, which is very important, but some customers will enter only few details and skip like addresses and other fields. In short, they will fill only the mandatory fields. In some cases, some customers will skip the hypothetical question, and there are some customers who will fill with the dummy data. So these are all the possibilities while entering the value. So with this value, if we directly train the model, definitely the accuracy will be affected a lot. So what we have to do, we have to clean this missing data. When we talk about a missing data, it is represented by two values. First one is NaN, not a number, and second one is none. Sometimes value may not be applicable for that particular person, will come under none. In order to solve this issue, we have 5 methods. 2 methods to checking for missing value, then drop the missing value, and finally clean or fill the missing data using fill NA and replace method. We will try to implement all these 5 methods using real-time dataset, that is Titanic dataset, which is a very famous dataset. The reason to choose this Titanic dataset is it will be easy for us to visualize, as we already know what has happened in this movie. Right now we will try to implement these methods. Later we will do the exploratory data analysis using the Titanic dataset. First we will complete pandas, then matplotlib. Finally we will come back to the EDA. So when we talk about the dataset contains these many parameters or column names, whether the person is survived or not, which is mentioned as 0 for no and 1 for yes. Then the ticket class, gender, what is the age of the person, then the number of siblings, parents, ticket number, passenger fare, cabin number, and port of embarkation. Let's try to analyze this data set using these methods now. As usual, first step, let's try to import pandas as PD. Then we will create the data frame equal to pd.read underscore csv and give the file name df data frame. So the data frame is created. So when you see this data frame, these are all the columns name or parameters. Then totally we have 891 rows and 12 columns. First observation. Then when you see this data, you can see so many NaN, then here. Like this, we have a lot of NaN in this particular data set. So first step, let's try to check for the missing value using these two methods. The first method is to check whether each field is null or not. So data frame dot is null. When you execute this code, it is checking the entire data frame whether each cell is null or not. If it is null, then you will get true. In this example, these values are filled, that's why the output is false. But if this value is NaN, you will get as true. So many truths we can able to see using isNull method. But in real time scenario, just with this is null method, it's not sufficient to analyze the data. So let's try to improvise our code and try to find the count of NaN in each column using a simple function. So what I can do to write a function def, let me give a name as null table and passing the argument the data frame colon. Now print pd dot is null that data frame dot sum method. What this exactly will do is it will count total number of none as per the column names. Let's call the function and pass the df. What we understood after execution is in the entire data set, age, cabin and embarked, these parameters or these columns contains NaN value. Rest of the columns are filled with the data. Okay. If you consider age parameter, 177 datas are not filled. And in case of cabin, it is worst, it is 687. But totally we have only 891. In that 687 it is not filled. For embarked it is 2. So this gives an idea about the data set using isNull method. Same way there is another method, not null method. Let's try to implement df dot not null. Let's execute. This function will display true if the value is exist. It is not null, then only it will say true. Here you can see all the true values. It means these cells are filled with the data. And in case if the values are not available, you will get false. Exactly the opposite of previous method. Same like above example, created a function. So when we execute this function, these columns contains 891 data, everything filled, but age, cabin, embarked having lesser count. This is also another way we can check whether the value of NA is exist or not. So the first one, we know how to check the missing value. Now the second step, we have to drop the missing value. What that mean? This particular step is very important. If you wrongly implement this code, your data set will be collapsed. When you implement the drop NA, what exactly it will do is it will remove the missing values from the data frame. Missing value in sense the entire row will be removed. So never use this method in early stage. Df dot drop NA. Let's execute. The biggest shocking here is we already know 891 rows we had initially, but after implementing the drop NA, it changed to 183 rows. It means almost 80% of data we lost just because of implementing the drop NA. So when you implement drop NA, if any row with at least one NaN value, that row will be removed. So never use this drop NA without having a good idea about this. So, but we learn for knowledge purpose. Okay, let's consider another scenario. You have 1000 rows. In that some 20 rows having NA means then we can implement drop NA. Out of 1000, if we lose 20 rows, it's not going to create a big impact. Now comes important step, cleaning or filling the missing data. It is also known as imputation, remember. And you can clean in two ways. One is fill NA, another one is replace method. First, let's try to learn theoretically as per the syllabus, and then I will implement how it is used in the real-time scenario. Since we removed this data, let me execute this code again without this drop NA. Let's execute the data frame. We have 891 rows. The first way is we can fill the null values with any scalar value like numbers. Here this NaN, I want to fill that with number 0. This is a one way we can do it. Df dot fill Na, then give that scalar value. So all Na will be filled by 0. And you can see here, after executing, whatever the Na value in the data frame changed to 0. But it doesn't make any sense, am I right? But still, this is also another way we can do it. The next way is we can fill the null values with the previous one. What that mean? So if we execute the data frame, previous one means here NaN is there. This value will be filled by previous value C85, and this value will be filled by 19. Exactly the previous value, but here it will be NaN because there is no previous value, then C148. So this is the use of filling the null values with the previous one. That can be done either with pad or fill. Let's code that. Df dot fill Na argument method equal to pad. You can give pad or fill, anything is fine. Let's execute. See the difference. This NaN is filled by C8. This Na is filled by C148. This NaN filled by 19. This is another way you can fill the Na value. Same way we can fill the null values with the next one. What that mean? In the data frame, the null value with the next one means this NaN will be filled by the next value C85, and this NaN will be filled by C123, and this NaN will be filled by 26. That's what they call it as next one, and this can be done using bfill or backfill. Anything is fine. Let's try to code that. Df dot fill Na method equal to bfill. Let's execute, and you can see here this is filled by the next one. Same way this value is filled by next one. Like that, all the cell can be filled by the next one, but the last row, it is NaN, there is no next one. That's why this value is not filled. Using these three ways, we can fill the Na value. One is using the scalar value, another one using previous one, and the next one. But in real-time scenario, whether this parameter, that is cabin parameter, will it create any big impact? To my knowledge, not that much. Cabin, ticket number, so these parameter may not have big impact in our data set, so we can remove this column using drop method. So that's how the approach will go in the exploratory data analysis. So what I will do is df dot drop, what are all the labels like cabin and then ticket. We already learned this concept, access is equal to 1, in place equal to true. And when we execute this function again, what we understood, cabin and ticket columns are removed from the data frame. because there is no big impact because of these two columns, but still the age and embarked having the NA value. We can't remove this column, which no sense, and we can't fill any other value, so probability comes here. What we can do is we can apply the median function. Median is the middle number of the sorted list of numbers. Mean, median, mode, we have already learned that in the NumPy. Just rewatch that video again. So let's try to fill all these 177 value by a median. This is how we will do it in the real-time scenario. The data frame, the column name, age, dot, fill NA. How to fill? The data frame, age, dot, median, then in place equal to true. Let's execute. Let's check whether 177 is replaced. Same function, and see now all the age values are replaced by the median value. You can check in the data frame. Initially this value was NaN, now all the NaN filled with 28. So it will sort and get the middle value, that is called median. In our example, the median is 28. So 28 ages assigned to 177 passengers. This is a one way of doing, and still for embarked we have 2. Now when you consider the embarked column, 2 rows are not filled and you have 3 class S, C and Q. What I will do is these 2 cell I will fill with S, so that no need to lose these data. Same way, DF, column name, embarked, dot, fill NA, fill NA with capital S. Let's execute. Now we will check the count. That's the advantage of writing the functions. See here, all the data set, all the NA values filled. It means there is no cell in our data set without any value. That's why we get as 0. This is how you will fill the NA values. And in addition to that, we have another method, replace value. Right now let me explain with a simple example, but when we do the exploratory data analysis, at that time I will give more explanation to replace method. To explain this concept, I am using NumPy. Using NumPy, creating a data frame, a dictionary concept, we have height and a weight, and this is index, and these are all the values with NaN. Now what we can do, we can simply replace this NaN by any value, which is again similar to fill NA, but still we can do using replace also. Let me save it to another data frame. After replacing the value of new data frame, then dot replace, the argument is 2 underscore replace equal to, I want to the replace of all NaN value by the value 50. We executed. Now let's check the data frame. See the difference, all the NaN value replaced by 50. This is how we can replace NaN value. Let's do a short recap. There are 3 steps we have to follow. First, we have to check for missing value. Then if the rows are very less, we can use the drop NA. If not, the best solution is we can fill the missing value using fill NA or replace method. Hope you got good clarity about this topic. That's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Happy learning.